Welcome to episode 2, where we left off. We had just arrived at the town of Thelman, and our scene was we arrived at the town. We saw what we thought was one funeral, ended up being a bunch of funerals. We met Thora, the leader of the town. Let's see here. They sent us to get situated in the area so we can get to work. And so we're setting up this scene, I think. Let's see. So we set up the scene as going to the radio tower and see what we could do. So we're going to go put our stuff away and then probably go straight to the radio tower after that with our equipment. Fisher and Mickey, they've arrived in town with us, and they'll probably be removed from the character list next round if nothing happens this round. Let's see here. So our threads are to fix the radio at Thelman, find out what happened to the medic, because there was supposed to be a pretty good medic in town, but apparently they ended up missing, and also figure out what's causing everybody to be ill. Our chaos factor is 7, but I think, let's see, was we in control? No, we wasn't in control, so I increased that to 7. Get rid of this. And let's see here. So we have our next scene set up. We have I think we carried everything over. Yeah, we got our leader. No new threads. Look back over at our personal threads real quick. Let's see here. Shouldn't be nothing with the chief. Shouldn't be nothing with the team leader. We haven't established a home base, so we haven't moved forward on any of our points. Let's see here. I think we're all set. So with that, let's say that the assistant has taken us to our quarters, wherever it is we're going to sleep. Let's find out what it is. Where are we sleeping at? Oh, before we do that, we need to find out if there's any changing to the scenes. We are at a 7, so we need to go roll here. And let's see here. So we're rolling a d10. And we get a 5. 5 means that something happens. So let's go look at what we got here. Let's see here. If it is odd, it's an altered scene, so it doesn't end up exactly like what we want. Instead, something else happens. And I don't think we'll need to roll to see what else happens. I think I have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen. So that's our chaos factor. Go back here. So we go to store our stuff, and we put all of our personal goods that we brought with us in our quarters. I'm going to say it's probably a tent. Let's go see what we actually do have. We are at 7. And I think it would be better than a tent. I don't think this is a tent town. So, let's say, are we in a structure, like a building? And I would say that's probably pretty likely. Yeah, I'll say it's pretty likely. So we're looking at 90 or less. So let's go with a 90 or less. 790. Oh, that's definitely less. Okay, is that a... It is. Okay, 7. So that's an extreme yes, if I'm reading that correctly. So an extreme yes means they have a really nice place for us to put it at. I will say it's basically like a small apartment building, maybe has a kitchenette and things like that. So let me mark that down while I'm here. Okay, so we're set up at a really nice apartment. We put everything away, and I asked for them to take me to the radio station so I can get that taken care of very quickly. And so this is the scene alteration. So on the way to the radio station, I can see where their current medic bay is, if you want to call it a medic bay, and the sheer number of people that are sick or at least occupying the medic bay demands attention immediately. So I'm going to see if I can find out how many people are in there. So let's go with, is there more than there shouldn't be that many. Is there more than 20 in the medical facility? And we'll ask 69, and we are at a 7. So that's a yes. No, because it'd be unlikely there's that many. So I'm going to say there's between 10 and 15 people in there, and probably like more coming. So what is it that they look like? What's going on with them that I may be able to identify? And let's see here. Okay, let's try the meaning tables. We'll roll. Let's see here. Descriptors, that's it. We'll roll 2 descriptors and see what it looks like. So let's roll 2 descriptors. I'll roll 2 of those. So we get a 39 and a 52. 39 is frighteningly, and 52 let's see, 52 lavish. Frighteningly lavish. Let's try a different descriptor. Let's try 52. Innocently. Okay, so frightening. Okay, so oddly enough, many of the younger people are actually in here, although it is attacking, a lot of different diversities of people. It looks like that it's kind of scary at how many of the younger ones are being affected by this ailment. Okay, so do they have a fever? And I'm going to say it's probably likely. 17. Let's take a look. $17, we are on 7, and I said it's likely, so there. Oh, so that's absolutely, they're burning up with fever. Okay, so do we have access to ice? I would say 50-50 on that one. 66. 66. We do have access to ice. So I'm going to order the nurses or the staff, anybody there, to get ice and wrap it in long, we'll call it pillowcases, to wrap the ice, put a sleeve of ice in a pillowcase, and then wrap the pillowcase around so it makes kind of a rope, and to apply this to the side of each one of the individuals being affected, to try to get their fevers down quickly. And are there any other signs that I might be able to see that might give me a tip or a hint as to what this could be? And I'm going to use draw cards. We'll switch over here and let's take a look at what we come up with. Might have to roll a few times. Let's see here. Bizarre bite marks. We could go with that. So, we got two things going on. We got bizarre bite marks, and it looks like a little bit of slicing on the skin. So, I'm going to say they was trying to get the poison out. And so they actually cut the skin trying to get poison out, like if it was a snake bite or something. But the bite marks are different. So it looks like we have something going on here that is a bit strange. Okay, so after a little bit of time passes, I'm going to deal with each one of these 15 or so people individually. And as a little bit of time passes, I'm going to see, is there any change in their status? And let's see here. I think we can put patience down. And why is everyone ill? Okay, so I think we're good there. So let's get an update after like an hour, see what the status is. Are they doing better? And I would think it's pretty likely that they are. Maybe even very likely, but are the patients doing better now that we're getting ice on them? 46. And that's a very likely. And a 746. So that's a yes. Okay. So now that they're doing better, I think we will stop the scene there, and we will actually move this to the next scene and replace this with what we've done so far. And so let's do that. We'll grab this and we'll try this again for the next scene because we still need to get that radio repaired. And in the meanwhile, we can place this here. Okay. So I feel like we was in control of that scene a bit. I don't think these ones are being affected anymore. So I'm not going to remove them completely. Actually, I will. I'll remove them completely. There we go. And so we have our other two. Here we go. Add a thread here. Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So we'll find out what's biting people. It kind of goes with ill, whichever one it feels like we'll mark off next. We haven't got to radio, so we're on scene 3, and we updated our list. I feel like we was kind of in control of that chaos factor, so I think we'll bring that down to a 6. Okay, because I kind of feel like we did all right with that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's where we're at now. Now, get us to the radio tower. I need to get the radio up and running. So we are at 6, and let's go see if we can get this radio tower running or not. And let's go with D10 2. That is an even, so we get interrupted. Yep, we definitely get interrupted. Okay, so an interrupt scene, huh? Okay, so let's find out what we're doing here. So we'll roll a D100. We get a 98. 98 is an NPC positive. Okay, NPC. We don't have many NPCs. We got the leader and the patient. Oh, positive. Okay, so let's say that while we're trying to get to the radio, we see that a few of the patients are looking much better. Move over here to the right. And so let's talk to one of them. Is one of them good enough to talk to? We'll ask them if they remember where they got their bites from. I'm going to say this is kind of likely. Yeah, I think it would be likely that they would know at least when they got their bites, like how long ago or what they was doing when they got bites. I got a 21, and we are on Chaos Factor 6. 6, and I would say it's likely. So yes, they know. In fact, it's almost... Yeah, it's not quite enough. So they definitely know when they got their bites. So I'm going to ask them, please tell me everything you know about these particular bites. And they're going to say, well, they went to sleep one day, everything was fine, and then when they woke up, they felt ill in the middle of the night. And that's when they noticed the first bite or two, and they just thought it was an insect or something that bit them. And so they, they just assumed that that's what it was. And that's, they never saw anything bite them, and they never felt anything. They just, they just found the bite there. So I'm going to log that information down. Interesting. So now that we got that sorted, let's head on over to this radio finally. And so we arrive at the radio. Yeah, good. We arrive at the radio, and we're gonna check the basic things. So we're gonna run through some basic checking of the radio system. Does it power on? Is everything connected correctly? We're just going to do like a general check and see if we can find anything that is obviously wrong. Now, I would say normally that no, that's highly unlikely that we'll find anything that's obviously wrong, except I think I'm going to invoke let's see. I am a maker, and I didn't write it down. I thought I did, but I meant to have a +2 to repair and technology. So let's do this. I will add it over here, and I'll use up some of my points that I have. So let's say second nature, and I'm gonna do a +2. Yeah, I think I'll do a +2. This isn't gonna happen very often, right? So yeah, we'll do a +2 to anything that repairs, repairing and stuff. So, so looking back at the chart here, let's do this because this is a little bit of a contested roll. So we have the original rank, let's say, was 50-50, so it's average. I think it's very low that it's going to be something obvious. I shouldn't say low, I should say very unlikely. I'm going to bring that up to, so that brings it back up to average. And I don't know, I personally kind of feel like IQ or intuition might come into play. So if I did, IQ would be my general, let's see, we got strength, agility, reflex. So IQ, intuition, and willpower. I think IQ would be the intelligence because I've worked on radios before. Intuition would be me understanding what's going on. So I think it would be IQ, so that'd be high, so that'd be +3. So let's go here. We was at average. We do 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna say it's very likely that I can find what this problem is, and it is a 6. So we're looking for 90 or below. 99. Oh. That's an exceptional no. Let's look at this real quick. 99. Oh, wow. I literally can't get any higher. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I think now would be a really good time Yes, I think now would be a really good time to spend some of my points. So I'm going to spend some of my points. I got 50 points. I want to bring it down to 89. Yeah, 89. I could do that. You know what? Just because it's such a critical, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to say it's nothing obvious. In fact, let's see. Does it need a part? Did we find out that it needed a part? 81, and that would be, let's say 50-50 odds. So it doesn't need a part. Okay, so this is interesting. It doesn't need a part, and it's not obvious. Oh man, it is. I mean, don't tell me this is sabotage. Is it sabotage? 64, and I'm gonna say it's kind of likely if it's not anything else, it is sabotage. Okay, so somebody is purposely stopping the radio from communicating. Okay, so I'm not gonna fix it. Okay, I'm not gonna fix the radio. Let's update the sheet here. This is the plan. Okay, so I updated the scene, and we're probably going to stop here on this scene, but someone is intentionally sabotaging the radio, so I'm not fixing it. I'm going to say I probably know how to fix it, because I obviously figured out that it's being sabotaged, but I'm not fixing it yet. What I'm going to do is go talk to the leader and explain to him what I found, and I want to read the leader and see if I could figure out if the leader is involved or he knows anything about this or what. And so I think that's where we're at now. Before we move on, I can set up the rest of this. So, fix radio. We haven't done that. What happened to Medic? Haven't found that. Why is everyone ill? No. What's biting people? We can actually add one to that now. So let's add another. Who is the saboteur? Ooh, these threads are getting deep now. I need to start clearing them down. Okay. I'm also gonna add, because I want to do further checkups on, so I'm also gonna add the patient that's being, that's responding real well. I'm gonna check on that, and they need a name, I suppose. So let's go get them a name. We'll go over here, and we'll go here, and the name is Charles. Okay, Charles. Charles. Peyton. Peyton. I'm gonna make this longer. It's gonna run off the sheet a little bit, but I don't care. It's my sheet. There we go. Oh, that's what's wrong. I need to do this. There. Charles Peyton. Okay. So I need to keep a tab on Charles. I need to talk to the leader and keep an eye on the patients. Is there anyone else I need to deal with? I think that's it. Update lists, characters, threads, and the chaos factor. I think this chaos factor we're going down a bit. I think we was in control. Let's see. Yeah, we dealt with everything pretty good, I think. So let's go down to a 5. And now we're set up for the next session. And hopefully you guys are interested. And we will see you at the next one. We'll figure out what is it that Alex is going to be working on next. You guys have a good morning, afternoon, and good evening.